Imagine you're 72 years old. You're making your morning coffee, and suddenly your right hand goes numb for 3 minutes. Then it's fine, you shrug it off. But what if I told you that nothing was actually your brain begging you for help, and you may have just 90 days before something far worse happens? What you just pictured has a name. Doctors call it a transient ischemic attack, or TIA for short. Most people call it a mini-stroke. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the warning signs nearly every senior misses. The updated FAST test built especially for adults over 60, and the single biggest mistake people make when it happens. Stick with me until the end, because the fourth warning sign is the one most people brush off completely. Let's start with what a TIA really is, because the name itself is part of the problem. A transient ischemic attack happens when a blood clot briefly blocks an artery feeding your brain. The blockage clears on its own, usually within a few minutes, and the symptoms vanish. You feel fine again. But here's what doctors want you to understand. A TIA is not a small stroke. It's a warning shot. It's your body telling you that a much bigger stroke may be on its way. In the United States alone, roughly 240,000 people experience a TIA every single year, and the research is alarming. Studies from the American Stroke Association have shown that about 1 in 5 people who suffer a TIA will have a major life-changing stroke within just 90 days. Many of those strokes happen within the first 48 hours. That's why the medical community now treats a TIA as a true emergency, even when the person feels completely fine afterward. So how do you recognize one? You may have heard of the FAST test before, but for seniors, doctors now recommend an expanded version. Let me walk you through it slowly. The F stands for face. Look in the mirror and try to smile. Does one side of your mouth droop? Does one cheek feel heavy or numb? A sudden, lopsided smile is one of the clearest warning signs. The A stands for arms. Raise both arms straight out in front of you and hold them there. If one arm slowly drifts downward, or feels weak, tingly, or asleep, that's a red flag. The S stands for speech. Try to say a simple sentence out loud like, "The sky is blue today." If your words come out slurred, jumbled, or you simply can't find the right word, pay attention. That's your brain sending a distress signal. The T stands for time, and this one is critical. Time means call 911 immediately. Don't wait. Don't see if it passes. Don't lie down for a nap. Now here's what's new and important for adults over 60. Doctors have added 2 more letters, B for balance and E for eyes. A sudden loss of balance, a feeling that the room is spinning, or trouble walking in a straight line can signal a TIA in the back of the brain. And the eyes, sudden blurred vision, double vision, or a curtain falling across one eye, these are often the only sign in older adults. Now here's the dangerous part. And this is where so many seniors get caught. TIA symptoms disappear, they truly do. Most last under 5 minutes. Almost all are gone within an hour. And when the symptoms vanish, your mind plays a cruel trick on you. It tells you everything is fine. You blame it on being tired, on low blood sugar, on the heat, on not sleeping well, but the clot may have only moved. The damage upstream is still there. The next clot, the bigger one, could be hours away. Let me walk you through the 4 signs most often dismissed by people your age. Sign number 1 is sudden one-sided weakness that comes back. Picture this. You're 68 years old, you reach for your coffee mug, and your left hand simply won't grip. It feels heavy, foreign, not yours. 20 seconds later, it works perfectly again. Most people tell themselves they slept funny, but that brief one-sided weakness, affecting one arm, one leg, or one side of the face, is the most classic TIA sign there is. Sign number 2 is temporary slurred speech you blamed on being tired. Maybe you were on the phone with your daughter, and for about a minute your words came out thick and clumsy. She asked if you were okay. You said yes, laughed it off, and blamed your dentures or your dry mouth. But slurred speech that appears out of nowhere and clears just as fast is one of the loudest alarms your brain can ring. Sign number 3 is brief blurred or double vision. This one is sneaky. You might be reading the newspaper and suddenly the words go fuzzy, or you're watching television and you see 2 screens for a few moments, or a shadow seems to pass across one eye. Many seniors blame their glasses or cataracts or simply being tired. But sudden vision changes, especially in one eye or affecting one side of your field of view, can be a major TIA warning. Before I get to sign number 4, which is honestly the one people miss the most, if any of this is helping you or someone you love, a quick thumbs up really does help this channel reach more seniors who need this information. Sign number 4 is a moment of confusion you couldn't explain. Maybe you walked into the kitchen and forgot why. Maybe for 30 seconds you couldn't remember your neighbor's name, the neighbor you've known for 20 years. Maybe you suddenly couldn't follow what your spouse was saying, like the words were a foreign language. Then it passed. We tend to call this a senior moment and move on. But sudden, brief confusion that comes out of nowhere, especially paired with any other symptom, deserves a phone call to 911. Now I need to address something that costs lives every year. Never drive yourself to the emergency room, not even if you feel fine again, not even if the hospital is 5 minutes away. Here's why. If a second, larger stroke hits while you're behind the wheel, you could lose consciousness, crash, or arrive at the ER too late for the treatments that save brain tissue. Paramedics can also begin assessment and alert the stroke team before you arrive, which saves precious minutes. Call 911 always. Once you're at the hospital, doctors work within what's called the 24-hour rule. In the critical window after a TIA, they'll run a brain scan, check the arteries in your neck with an ultrasound, monitor your heart rhythm for a condition called atrial fibrillation, and review your cholesterol and blood pressure. Many patients are started on a blood thinner or antiplatelet medication right away. Of course, talk to your doctor before making any changes, especially if you take medications. But knowing this process can ease your fear when you arrive. The good news? You have real power to lower your risk starting today. First, blood pressure. High blood pressure is the single biggest risk factor for stroke. Many doctors suggest aiming for a reading under 130/80 for most older adults. But your personal target should come from your physician. Second, atrial fibrillation, that irregular heartbeat. It dramatically raises stroke risk, but it's also very treatable. Ask your doctor to check your pulse at every visit, or consider a simple home pulse check each morning. Third, cholesterol. Research suggests that keeping LDL cholesterol in a healthy range may meaningfully reduce stroke risk. A Mediterranean-style diet, rich in olive oil, fish, leafy greens and beans, has been linked to better cholesterol and better brain health. And fourth, smoking. If you still smoke, even at 70 or 75, quitting has been shown to lower stroke risk significantly within just a few years. It's never too late. So let's bring it all together. First, a TIA is not a small event. It's a warning shot, and 1 in 5 people who have one will suffer a major stroke within 90 days. Second, learn the expanded FAST test: face, arms, speech, time, balance, and eyes. And if you see any sign, call 911 immediately, even if it passes. Third, the everyday choices you make around blood pressure, heart rhythm, cholesterol, and smoking may quietly add years of independence to your life. Aging well isn't about fearing what could happen. It's about knowing your body, trusting the signals it sends, and acting with confidence when something feels off. You've already taken the first step today by listening. Subscribe for more videos like this every week, and let me know in the comments which tip you're going to share with someone you love first.